Welcome. Fate has brought you here. So, stick around till the end. If you want to know why Nelson Mandela's grandson got arrested and why his daughter was trying to auction off his stuff, you gotta watch this video till the end.
The legacy of Nelson Mandela, the first president of democratic South Africa, faces a major dent after his grandson was arrested for hijacking. On Wednesday, Johannesburg police traced a hijacked car after receiving a tip-off call. Following the direction, they reached a residence in Gauteng, previously owned by former President and Nobel Peace Prize winner Nelson Mandela. It was the house where he reportedly passed away in 2013, and is a stark reminder of Mandela's struggles and his journey that ended apartheid in the country. But now it seems like the house has turned into a criminal ground. Johannesburg police have recovered an unlicensed firearm, stolen goods and the hijacked vehicle from the residence.
Look, Mandela's seen as the father of the fight against apartheid in South Africa, no doubt. But when it comes to his own family, man, he dropped the ball. He had all that power as president, but left his people, his own blood, with nothing. Compare that to someone like Raymond Ackerman, the guy who built Pick n Pay.
Pick n Pay is a leading South African supermarket chain with a long and fascinating history. The company was founded by Raymond Ackerman in 1967, when he opened the first Pick n Pay store in Cape Town. Ackerman was a young entrepreneur who had worked for a number of retail chains both in South Africa and abroad. He saw an opportunity to create a supermarket chain that would offer customers high-quality products at affordable prices. Over the years, Pick n Pay has grown to become one of the largest retailers in South Africa, with more than 1,500 stores across the country.
His kids. They're set for life, 'cause he left them a whole empire. They ain't never gonna be out here hijacking cars or selling their dad's old stuff to make ends meet.
Now, the decision by one of late statesman Nelson Mandela's children to auction his personal items has stirred controversy and criticism among South Africans. Some of Madiba's personal belongings, including an identity book, personal drawings, the Madiba shirts and treasured gifts, will go up for auction next month.
I'm saying, Mandela got played by the wrong advisors, people who weren't looking out for him or his people. They told him to push stuff like BEE, Black Economic Empowerment, where black folks buy shares in white-owned businesses instead of building our own. That's left his family broke, and it's not just them, it's a bigger problem. You see it with a lot of black leaders. They end up with nothing real, just grabbing crumbs from the same folks who oppressed us. All they do is set up these charity foundations, but even those get taken over by the people funding them. They set up foundations to provide handouts, essentially giving people fish instead of teaching them how to fish. This pattern is evident across the board, from the Nelson Mandela Foundation and Motsepe Foundation to the Jacob Zuma Foundation, Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, and many more. These entities are often funded by the same elite circles. Instead of rallying retrenched workers to pool their resources and launch their own companies, these foundations do little to foster self-reliance. They don't build nothing solid. Take David Mabuza, the former deputy president. His kid's out here in court, fighting for his pension.
Welcome back. So, former Deputy President David Mabuza's daughter, Tamara Silinda, has gone to the Mpumalanga High Court. This is to block the distribution of her late father's 44 million rand pension fund. Silinda, who says her parents were married under customary law, is challenging the legality of a posthumous marriage certificate presented by Mabuza's wife, Nonhlanhla Patience Mnisi. Now, Silinda also wants Alexander Forbes prevented from transferring the entire pension to Mnisi, who was named sole beneficiary until the rightful dependents are determined.
A pension? Man, she should be fighting for a chain of supermarkets or something real. Meanwhile, you got Indian folks building up Kit Kat stores, Chinese folks running Nizams, and Pakistanis, Somalis, and Ethiopians holding it down with spaza shops.
In South Africa, whites own Pick n Pay, Woolworths and ShopRite. Indians own Kit Kat. Chinese own Nizams. Blacks nothing. Zilch Delolo.
But us, black South Africans, we got nothing to show, Just these charity foundations that rely on handouts from the same enemy and don't produce a damn thing. That's why Mandela's people are out here getting arrested or selling his belongings. You think that's gonna happen to white South Africans? Nah, they build real stuff, tangible stuff. So, what y'all think? Drop a comment below.
Black people don't have ownership. We have ownership of nothing. Even the richest of black people are employed, Baba. They are CEOs, they are tokens, they own nothing. They are nothing. Even the richest of our black people are employed. They are CEOs, they are tokens of big companies. They don't own. Ownership is in the hands of white people, of foreigners, of Europeans, of colonizers. We don't own nothing. Nothing. That's why we can't develop nothing.
For centuries, Africa's story was written by others, enslavers, colonizers, outsiders who shaped a narrative to control minds and futures. Mainstream media has long painted Africa as broken, helpless, but that's not our truth. We are creators, dreamers, builders. Our ancestors forged empires. Today we're shaping the future, our way. It's time to reclaim our narrative, tell our stories, celebrate our victories. Africans must control the pen that writes our future. Rise up, speak out, the world is listening. Africa's story is ours to tell. Let's write it together.
That's a wrap, folks. But before you go, keep this in mind. Their smoke and mirrors are just theatrics, pulling your focus from what truly matters. The real fight? It's always been about the land and the economy. Stay sharp, stay woke, and we'll catch you next time.
The most important person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs.